Okay, so I'm going to attempt this for the 8th time. Every time I upload this, it gets removed for harassment and bullying or inappropriate content. It's inappropriate, that's for sure. I am uploading the Spokane County Sheriff Field Case Report, case number 2020-101-48073, reporting district SC07. This was from the planned incident that I was in on 11/6/2020. By planned incident, I'm referring to a planned accident that killed me. I was a DOA with no heart rate. They had to defibrillate my heart 5 times, incubate me on scene. I was in a coma for 2.5 weeks. Anyway, so moving forward, and as you can see, it says the case number SCSO, case number 2020-148-073, and it matches this, so it is correct. This is an authentic police report. It's 23 pages long, but I'm just going to get into the fundamentals of this. In this, quote, accident, unquote, that I was in, the other driver's name was Jeffrey Laurie, and they're saying that his address was 11815 North Wilson Street, number B8, Meade, Washington, 99021. And my address is correct. That is my address. I have no problem sharing my address to the public whatsoever. I've got nothing to hide. I mean, I'm so transparent. I even live on Glass Ave, as you can see. So anyway, the reporting officer, they're saying he's an officer, is badge number 592166. So, and the incident date, 11/6/2020. So now we're going to go on to page 2. Page 2 here, they're saying that the other driver was driving a Mazda, a 2009 Mazda, license plate number BNA 6362, right? And of course, it was still the badge number reporting officer 592166 on 11/6/2020, and the case number matches and everything. So now, that's page 2. So if we keep going through here, this is just a lot of notes, a lot of information in here that's doesn't make any sense. It contradicts itself as well. Let's keep coming through. We're going to come to this page right here, which is the State of Washington Police Traffic Collision Report, report number EA79132. And it correlates with case number 201048-073, which matches the case right here. So it is correct, and it is accurate. That part is accurate. Now, the other driver, his information they're giving, they're saying that his address is 3724 East Center Road here for the same driver, Jeffrey Laurie. But remember, on page 1, they're saying that he lives at 11815 North Wilson Street, right? And they're saying that the license plate number is BNA 6362, right? As you can see, the officer, same officer right there, wrote all this. Now, as you can see, there's the same officer's name that filled out this report. Now, on this report, he's saying that he lives at 3724 East Center Road. And they're saying his license plate number is ACE 7275. Not what they're saying in the Spokane County Sheriff Field Case Report. Right here, they're saying the license plate number is BNA 6362. But State of Washington Police Traffic Collision Report again, ACE 7275. And of course, you see that it's the same name, the same last name. They're not giving a badge number or anything. They are, 592166. Agency WA0320000. Okay. So now we're going to skip along here to the infraction that was served to the other driver in the quote, accident, unquote. Now, as you can see, the name see, it's the infraction that was served to the other driver, traffic infraction. You can see that Jeffrey Laurie, everything matches with his name. But if you come down here, scroll down a little bit more, they're saying that his license plate number is a vehicle license number ACE 7275, right? And they're saying that his address is 37, well, where did they say his address is on this one? 3724 East Center Road, right there, right? And page 2 of the infraction, issue date 11/6/2020. Page 2 of the infraction, signature, you see who it is, same officer, 592166. Same officer, same last name. See, right here, he's an officer, but then in the first 2 pages that I showed you, he's a sheriff deputy for the Spokane County Sheriff Field Case Report. So now, if we keep coming back 2 more pages, we're at the affidavit for notice of infraction. This is the documents that's sent to the courts. So the people that are that violated their driving in the collision, they're charged accordingly. Now, on this information, you know, the area of where the, quote, accident, unquote, occurred is correct, and the name is correct, Jeffrey W. Laurie. But on the affidavit of notice for infraction, they're saying his license plate number is BNA 6362, which, remember, on the infraction, they said that the license plate number was ACE 7275. You see that? And that's the infraction. And remember, it was the same signature, same officer, 592166. For the affidavit of notice of infraction, the license plate number is BNA 6362. So you see what's going on here? And then if we come to the page 2 of the affidavit for notice of infraction, he signed, I certified under penalty of perjury and the laws of the state of Washington that all the statements made herein are true and accurate, and I am entering my authorized user ID and password to authenticate it. He's right here. He's deputy now. Deputy M. I just see the last name, Lighton, Spokane County, Washington. And he filled this out on 11/7/2020. So, yeah, you see the contradictions going on there? So now let's go back here. We're going to go into the 911 dispatch communication information here. There's something very specific I want to show you. Come back here. Page 2 of the 911. On 11/6/2020, 174606, Gunner Crease narrative. They give a number here, and then there's a 911 dispatch communication code, CR187. So, if you don't know what 187 is, I highly suggest you pull up the Senate bill on that. You'll be pretty shocked, and if you don't want to do that, or you don't know how to do that, you can listen to some rap songs. You know, I believe there is even a rap song that's titled 187, and you can learn about it, what that means. So, and obviously, I was 187 because I was a DOA, dead on arrival of the medics with no heart rate. They had to defibrillate my heart 5 times and incubate me on scene. I was in a coma 2.5 weeks, in the hospital 2 months total. So, yeah, I just figured I would share this information with everybody for the 8th time. I believe it's the 8th time it keeps getting taken down for harassment and bullying. All right, have a good day. Peace out. Okay, I'm about to play a video on the hot mic, a recording voicemail that was left for me today by a corporal tassel that obviously is trying to wrestle. Just pay attention and listen to this video, this voice message left from the corporal today for me. It doesn't make any sense. It's so funny. Okay, let's play him.
Please enter your password, then press pound. You have one saved message. Saved message.
Hi, this is Corporal Van Tassel with the Spokane Police Department trying to contact Jennifer Ryder. I have some court paperwork that I've been issued to have served on you. You're not in trouble or anything, but it's got a potential court date in the future. You can call Crime Check at 519-456-2233. I'll let them know your name and that Corporal Van Tassel is trying to meet up with you, and I can meet up and hand this paperwork off. Thank you. Bye.
To replay this message, press 1.
Okay. Okay, did y'all hear that? So he wants to serve me documents for a potential court date. Yeah, so you see what I'm talking about? Do they serve anything for potential? No. So anyway, I just wanted to share this, but yeah, this was the voicemail left for me today. So this is this kind of shit that I'm dealing with. So the other day, my mail came, and one of the pieces of mail that I had was this envelope addressed to me. It was mailed from Where the Deers Park in Washington, and they spent 84 cents to mail it. There was no certified mail anywhere visible on the envelope whatsoever. No delivery confirmation of any kind. It was just mailed to me directly. Anyway, when I opened it, the contents in the envelope was this. It's a reissuance of temporary protection order and notice of hearing for harassment, bullying, and stalking, and it was filed by the petitioner, Micah Benjamin Lighton, and of course that's me, the respondent, Jennifer Quinn Ryder. My hearing is on November 15th, 2022 at 9 a.m. So, if you saw any of my videos in the past that I have uploaded, you will see the name should ring some bells, it's some way, shape, or form, because I will show you that is the same name of the Spokane County Sheriff Field Case Report. There's the name again of the same sheriff deputy that was obviously the first responder in the planned incident that killed me on 11/6/2020. Anyway, now he's filed for a reissuance of temporary protection order and notice of hearing against me. This is the same sheriff deputy, and he filed it against me, which I'm a woman with a disability. I have a disease called Art'Official, which causes my legs to give out on me unexpectedly without any warning. This deputy is supposed to, serve and protect the community, but he's scared and has to file orders of protection against a woman with a disability. I think that he needs to retire his badge and, come up on a firestone, because, I'm ready to go. This court is going to open up the can of worms, and I'm not going to get fucked this time. Oh no. Anyway, I just want everybody to see this. My hearing is scheduled for November 15th, 2022 at 9 a.m. And again, it's Micah Benjamin Lighton who filed it, because he's obviously scared of me. Like I said, if he's scared of a woman with a disability in the community that he's supposed to protect and serve, then maybe he needs to give up his badge. I'm just saying, this is so funny. I had my initial hearing on 11/15/2022. which has been ultimately postponed, which it should have been completely dropped altogether, according to another hearing that has happened here in the state of Washington multiple times, actually, where there wasn't documents signed and the return of service was not done correctly. It should have been dropped indefinitely. But I went ahead and agreed to attend a postponed hearing on 11/29/2022 at 9 a.m. Now, again, as I was saying in the video that I uploaded the other day of the mail that I received, I've got the envelope and everything, and I showed the envelope. There's no services like delivery confirmation or signature confirmation of any kind that was listed on the envelope, and the courts never received it, so they didn't even follow their own ordinance CR4D4. So, which I'm very well aware of what that entails, because I am an MQC certified, USPS MQC certified specialist. So I know exactly what that entails. But anyway, my hearing is scheduled for 11/29/2022 at 9 a.m. And this is where I'm going to, I guess you could say, toot my horn, and it's going to blow hard. I've got a whole lot of seeded weed I was vacuuming up my sleeve that was, of all the Blues Clues that was dropped by these behoos, including a witness who actually saw a compact white SUV that was following me out at Airway Heights, Washington. So yeah, she'll be with me in the hearing. She'll witness that incident herself. So anyway, this is where it's all gonna open up, the big can of worms. I'm gonna present a whole bunch of corruption in the police report, which I've uploaded many times, and of all the corruption shown, as well as the initial police report, plus many screenshots of text message history and motherfuckers contacting me and shit, calling me Pink or Lindsay, but I don't give a shit. I've got a whole lot of proof. We're talking, corruption in the police reports, their initial one, the 4-page one when I was in a coma given to my family, the updated 23-page police report, which coincidentally involves another sheriff deputy involved in this, which I'm going to add to my counterclaim of order of protection against him right there, that filed the order of protection against me, a woman with a disability, who's supposed to serve and protect the community. But oh well, I'm gonna do this. I've got this, and I'm gonna rock this, and nobody's gonna stop me. This is where the big can of worms opens up, and I'm gonna prove everything, undoubtedly, what's going on when it involves, documentation fraud for the the Spokane County Sheriff Field Case Report, the original police report that was filed, given to my family when I was in ICU in a coma. It's only 3 or 4 pages long. It definitely contradicts what's in this as well, and I will be filing information about the insurance fraud and the bank fraud, and the list goes on and on and on. And in my counterclaim, I'll be adding a couple other names. So anyway, be ready, because this is where the ball is gonna start rolling, and it's gonna keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, because I'm gonna expose everything, and this is where I'm not going to play at all. I don't play games. My frame always stays A. So be ready for me. This is going to be an informational video that can help pretty much anybody, I think. I'm pretty sure. Anybody that gets pulled over for a traffic violation when you really weren't violating anything and you know that it should not have happened, there is a way that you can win this. Okay. So, I requested, I was in a second planned accident, and it was all set up, and it should have killed me, but I was unscathed. I wasn't hurt, and it would have killed anybody else, basically anybody else. I was hit by an F-150, I swear to God. But I lived through it, and I'm not even scathed. This happened just like a few months ago. But anyway, I called, our local 311, which is the city utilities and the police department together. You could pay your bills and request police reports from the same number. How convenient. But anyway, I called them to request my police reports and the footage from the plant incident number 2 that I was in, right? And what they do is they ask you for your email address and your information, and they'll pull the information and they'll send you a link. They'll send your email a link that takes you to the portal, and you'll get a temporary login and password. You can log in and pull it up. And this is right here is a printout. It's a page of their website. Once I'm logged into the portal, this is what I see. And so that's why it's a few pages long. Now, as you can see, there's a bunch of disclosures and everything. I can't stress to you how important it is to read everything. Read everything in this, the fine print disclosures and everything. Because really, out of all this 4-page report, or this 4-page document here that I printed off from being logged into the portal, the only thing that really applies to me was my police report, the redacted police report, exemption language, and I also requested footage of the incident that occurred, the second plant incident that I was in, right? Because they tried to pin it on me and say that I was at fault and I was trying to illegally pass somebody, but that wasn't the case at all. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but anyway, it was a setup because they failed the first time. Well, they actually won the first time because they did kill me, but I was resurrected and redirected. So, but anyway, so they tried a second time. So here we are. There's the records that I requested right there, and they're all in this little box right here. So that's the records that I requested and everything, the files. Everything else on this portal is just disclosures and everything. Make sure that you do not have a lawyer do this for you, because you will not see this. You have to request your police reports and the footage yourself. And once you do this, if you read all the fine prints, because like this is from the city of Spokane where I live, it might be different and constructed differently, but they do have to disclose the same information. If you read everything very thoroughly, right, there's a disclosure right here. You see this? I can't read it out loud or it won't get posted. And then look at that. They have a no right there. So what does that say? There's how you win in court. And of course, there's my name and everything, and or my real first name and last name. But yeah. So just so you know, you don't have to hire a lawyer. Be your own lawyer. Represent yourself pro se. And because with this disclosure right here, right there, nothing is true. So what they're saying is these reports right here, or this incident right here, or this police report and everything from the infraction they served me, and I had to fight in court because I wasn't even at fault. I didn't even do what they were specifying that I did. This right here says that it's not true. And once you slap this down in front of a judge and say that I'm just here wasting my time because this is all fake, everything will be dropped. Just saying. The last page is blank, but yeah, I just wanted to share that just to kind of help everybody out to see, make sure to let everybody know to thoroughly read the disclosures because it really means everything. Okay, so let's just go back to 11/29/2022 when I had my hearing that was wrongfully granted for the orders of protection by that dirty sheriff deputy. I was arrested for violating on that day, and I must have violated in the hearing, so it should be on the the record or whatever, because they record everything, and I must have violated in my hearing by felony cyberbullying right there in the hearing. But anyway, I was arrested. I was in jail for 71.5 hours, of course, just below the 72-hour marker. And then from jail, they transported me by ambulance to the hospital and put me into the psychiatric ward at Holy Family Hospital, claiming that I was crazy. Now, and these documents state that I have been arrested all these times in 2015. And the dates that were specified are the dates that I have documents, court documents that justify. I was the victim going through domestic violence. Went through a divorce by my ex-husband, and I was, I had my foot shattered and everything by him. But anyway, I was sent to the hospital, put in the psychiatric ward, and then from there transported to an outpatient substance abuse behavioral health, Inland Northwest Behavioral Health, and I was stuck there for 30 days. But that's okay, because everybody that worked there that had their own telephonies, I was able to use their phone and log into my email and show them the police reports, to show them what got me here in the first place, because they knew that I wasn't crazy. But anyway, so I got this letter in the mail because I had to do outpatient because they're saying that I abuse substances and everything. Coincidentally, I worked in toxicology for 14 years at Pathology Associates Medical Laboratories. And, it's amazing that you can get a hair follicle moleculed. And my hair is long enough. It's about, it tests back about 4 years in length that it came back clean. Well, they're still sending these community substance abuse stuff and community mental health providers. They sent me this letter saying for the discharge, saying that everything, that everything was fine. And, I'm going to be discharged. And she was assigned to me for the next 30 days. It was dated May 3rd, 2023. And anyway, I'm from Frontier Behavioral Health. They're one of their corporations that's involved in this, the corruption going on. It's very clear. They use artificial intelligence to run their systems. It's very clear. And I will explain in the comments what artificial intelligence is and how it affects our courts and and all of our medical industry, mental health facilities, everything. But anyway, so they're still harassing and bullying me because they sent this to me. I don't abuse substance. I don't use drugs. And in fact, that's the reason why I had divorced my ex-husband, was because he started using drugs. Anyway, and like I said, I've had a long strand of my hair follicled, a long hair follicle moleculed. I had it tested and through toxicology because I know the maze in. It's amazing, the maze in, that you can get it done. And I did. So anyway, and everything came back clean. And also I've got all of my medical documentary from all of the times that I've seen I saw my anesthesiologist, and my back specialist for the spina bifida and Arnold Chiari that I have, where I had spinal nerve blocks done. Every appointment that I have and all their patients, and every appointment they drug test them because they provide prescription narcotic medications to anybody who has pain. Now, I was going through pain, but I didn't even accept narcotic prescription medications because I keep everything holistic. And I've got proof of every drug test I had that shows it was all negative, on top of the hair follicle I had moleculed. But anyway, I just wanted to show that they are still harassing and bullying me and fucking with me. But I've got proof that everything that they submitted through the courts is complete perjury. I'm a human double vacuum. Vroom, vroom, suck your shit out of luck. I got documentation to prove everything is perjury. And I'm talking everything, including all the perjury that was submitted for the cover up from the plant incident I was in, and in the first plant incident that killed me on 11/6/2020. And then I proved everything was fake in the plant incident number 2 that I was in when I was hit by an F-150 in 2022. The first accident, it did kill me, but I was resurrected and redirected because I was a DOA, done on arrival of the medics with no heart rate. They had to defibrillate my heart 5 times and incubate me on scene. I was in a coma for 2.5 weeks and an inpatient in the hospital for 2 months total. My federally registered service animal, who was only 3 years old, is dead. He was killed. Ultimately, he lost his life in the plane incident that he was in with me on 11/6/2020. He was trying to protect his mommy because you know how dogs can sense what other people are thinking. They can read minds. They're much more intelligent than human beings. Well, anyway, You know, he was my Zuhelu, the Navi bond. He was my everything, and he's no longer with me. But anyway, they're still fucking with me, and I'm still getting shit like this in the mail, and it better quit, because I'm done with it. I'm done with this shit. This is fucking bullshit, and I'm pissed. Oh, and by the way, this is the envelope it came in, which I'm going to save too, because like I said, I'm a human dirt devil vacuum. I save everything. Everything. And I have ever since. I saved everything from all my hospitalizations from when I was a child. I mean, I've got my medical records that show when my cheek was bit off by a dog when I was 2 years old. I mean, I've got everything. So let's play a game. I'm ready. What have you been doing, Mr. Man? What have you been doing? Oh, you have. Have you been eating dirt? Or something else that's dark? Hey, look at me. What have you been doing? What have you been doing there, Mr. Man? Oh, you're gonna run away? Mama loves you, baby. I'm gonna get him, I promise. Released some of my sunshine in the water. There is a minnow right there swimming right above him. That's his bone and ash. I didn't release it all though, just some of it, because I'm spreading it around so he can swim free. There's another minnow coming up to check out Lucky. Where did he go? I don't know. Oh, there he is. He came up here to check out Lucky right there. See him? Because that's his bone on the rock. This video goes out to you know who. Peekaboo, I see you. Heard you lie a ton on Micah too. Well, I bought something just for you. Appears to have your name written all over it too. I do love me some citrus with a bitter tropical Sumanami twist, that is. You know though, bro, since you already hit that strike two in your very own created game of chess ball, at this point appears I'm gonna beat you at soon. Who would have ever knew? Phew! Thought spotted this gum to buy, chew up, and spit out in squared off rounds. These blown bubbles make lots of sounds. Brings me very distinct memory. It even comes in packs of 3. Feel me? What a coinkydink. I chewed up and spit out 1 full pack, no doubt. Down to packs of just 2 to blow more bubbles and chew and chew and chew. I'm pitching too. Not at all scared of you. Remember, I've already been dead, a true blue, on 11/6/2020 when you kidnapped, raped, and killed me, but I'm back to haunt you, boo. This is the shout-out to you, both your plans ident via the plancidents. Appears your tri-ident times 2. Go you! You can be the tri-ident, and I'll be the mango orange with the tropical twist that tangos. I'll give you that kiwi low-keyed, too, on GP, homie, because I'm super friendly, addictive, and sugar-free. Minding my own business, working on writing my book, and then I'm the one getting impeded on right now. See, this officer just pulled up, and he's parked on the side road, too. On the side of the road. He's parked on the side of the road. This officer is parked right here, and he is the one impeding traffic. But they're saying that I'm the one that is blocking traffic. I'm parked on the side of the road right here on this bridge. And it, like, again, there's a stop sign right there. So it's a public roadway. But apparently, yeah, we'll see. And then we're going to go ahead and get footage of that sign over there that says no parking, and it's pointed the other direction. It's not even pointed this way, so we'll see. They were hoping that I couldn't, I didn't have insurance or whatever, but I'm double insured. I'm not stupid. They're just trying to prostitute me through the courts. I'm not a prostitute, though. I'm no courtesan. Because, like, the word court comes from courtship, which means to fuck someone. Yeah, so, anyway. But, yeah. Let's see here. I'm parked. If I can get out, I'm parked right here on the side of the road. as you can see, literally on the side of the road. But I'm blocking traffic, as you can see. Look at how wide the roadway is right here. But yeah, so yeah, right here. But he's the one. I want to get this on video right here. So there's his car, and there's my car, but I'm the one blocking traffic, and there's his car right there in the center of the roadway. But a huge SUV just passed by, no problem at all, but I'm blocking traffic. So yeah, okay, we'll have to see about that, won't we? But apparently they're thinking they got new ordinances or something, or trying to make the rules up as they go, saying this is a bridge, there's no parking on bridges. Well, actually, there's a stop sign. It's a public road. It's a public road. They're just trying to court shit me. That's all they're trying to do, prostitute me. But I'm not a prostitute. I'm no prostitute. Case dis will be missed. Dismissed. So yeah, this is what I'm dealing with right now. They think that I'm not insured. This is so funny. This is fucking hilarious. I'm blocking the road too, you see. I'm blocking the road. See, there's the end of my car, and there's his SUV right there. But I'm blocking traffic. A full-size SUV passed by, no problem. Even with him parked right there, went right around him, no problem. But I'm blocking traffic. This is funny. I'm blocking traffic parked on a bridge. We'll see about that. I'm double insured, everything. And then he claims that he talked to me last year or something. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at the city of Spokane park rangers is passing by. No problem. Look at, he just passed by. There we go. No problem. But I'm blocking traffic. I'm blocking traffic. That was a park ranger too that just drove by. But see, I'm the one blocking traffic. Did you see that? Did you see that? That was the park ranger that went by too. It is full-size truck. Dually rear wheels and everything. No problem. Skirt, skirt. This is so funny. I wasn't doing nothing. I'm sitting here working on my book, writing a book. And they come up here to harass and bully. Literally. Hoping they can get me on something. But I wasn't doing nothing. I'm parked on a city roadway. There's a stop sign and everything. And you just saw the park ranger go by. That was funny. No problem either. Even with his SUV parked right there. A park ranger in his huge dually wheel truck, or rear wheel truck went right by. No problem. But I'm impeding traffic. Funny. That's funny. I'm the one impeding traffic. Okay. I guess. Okay.
So the tab that you have on the license plate belongs to a different vehicle.
No, it belonged. They gave me. Okay,
So
they gave me 2 tabs. Is what they did. They gave me 2 tabs that were taped to this.
Can I explain it to you why that doesn't belong to this vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay, you see this little number right here?
Yeah.
Okay, this number belongs to this vehicle, like meaning this tab. The one you have on the license plate is a different number.
Does it belong to a Civic?
Like a Sabre, Buick, or something like that. Another vehicle, like a white vehicle.
I've got a white Honda Civic.
Okay, so it maybe belongs to that one. So you're gonna have to take that one out and then put this one, okay? Because this is the one that belongs to this car. Okay?
Okay, so how do I know where's that number at? Where is that number at on here?
Right over there.
698-323. And that one on my...
That one is 24. It has a 4 at the end, so that belongs to a separate vehicle.
Well, oh yeah, this expires in 2020. This expires in 2023.
Yeah. In July.
But this expires in July of 2023. So it probably goes to this.
Hear me out, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Hear me out. So it's real simple fix. Take that one off and put it to the Honda, or look at the registration, make sure it matches with whichever vehicle this to, and then put this one on. Okay?
Or I'll just put that. I don't have to take it off. I just put that over. You can't take a tab off a car.
Sure. The second thing is back. I cannot get the RCW for the code of violation into my computer to print out the ticket, so I'm not giving you a ticket. However, this is the RCW that it states that you cannot park in a bridge. If you want to read it, okay?
Yeah, I do want to read it. I do want to read it because my uncle was an officer for 16 years.
So all we ask, ma'am, is you're gonna be in the park. Do it between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m.
I don't want to be. I can't. I know, but I can't be in the park because I'm disabled. I've got a disability called Arnold that causes my legs to give out on me unexpectly without any warning.
Then try like another park, like Manitou Park, that has a public parking in the park. You might want to try that. You've been talking many times about the same issue. You know,
I'm just sitting in my car on Cliff Drive writing a book. I'm working on writing a book, and I'm doing.
You can't do that.
I can't do that. Why?
Because it says right there, ma'am. I'm not going to explain again.
Where does it? Where does it say it right there?
Okay. Can you please just move on, and then tomorrow will be a better day.
Tomorrow will be a better day.
All right. Have a good night, ma'am.
So you heard that. They're saying that this RCW is for no parking on bridges. Well, I'm on a city road. It says there's a stop sign right there. And I'm not blocking traffic. Nothing. So we see that. You see what's going on here? Can't get me on anything. I didn't do nothing. I'm just up here writing my book. Writing a book. And these people are harassing and bullying. Okay, so here I am back up here at Cliff Drive. See the view. It should look pretty familiar to you. Clifting at the cleft. And anyway, I'm in my car. I'm parked in the same spot that I was before. There's the stop sign. Here's my car. And remember, a few days ago, the police were harassing and bullying me. They were parked right up there on the city street. Now, look at this. Now, remember when that cop said in that video, he goes, oh, it says right over there. You can't park there, right? It says it right over here. Well, come take a look at this sign up here. This is what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, well, where does it say that? And it's pointing the other direction. This is what I'm talking about. I want to get some footage of this so you can see this shit. Right up here. See that? It says no parking. And it's pointed for that direction right there. But I'm parked over here. You see what I'm saying? You see what's going on here? There's the no parking. It's pointed this direction. But I was parked right up here, right there. That's exactly where I was parked when I was being harassed and bullied the other day. And I just wanted to show you that shit. See, you can see what I'm talking about. And regardless whether it's a fucking bridge or not, it's a city roadway. There's a stop sign. You know what I'm saying?